Welcome to Oxford News This Week. I'm Elgin Nichols.
And I'm Pauline Bennett, filling in for Terry Stiles. In this week's news, Village Council prepares for winter, Oxford Village Council offers a contract for clerk treasurer, and Oxford Fire Department looks at purchasing a drone.
Stay tuned and learn more about these stories and others. The Oxford News begins right now. A candidate was finally selected to fill the vacant clerk treasurer position in Oxford Village. The decision, however, was not a unanimous one. Councilperson Helmuth was the dissenting vote, and Council President Sue Bossardet cast a yes with a request to add to the minutes, quote, with great reluctance. Furthermore, Bossardet wanted to delay the vote for a broader selection of candidates, but her requested motion failed. Council voted 4-1 to offer Teresa Onika, one of two candidates interviewed for the position, and Onika is currently supervisor of Atlas Township in Genesee County. Helmuth felt that the second candidate, Lorena Stewart, was more qualified for the job as she was the deputy treasurer for the city of Rochester from 1998 until 2017. Onika is currently reviewing the contract.
Oxford Township is finally getting a new senior center. Last week, the Township Board voted 6-0 to allocate $300,000 to build a new senior center attached to the Seymour Lake Township Park office complex. The money is coming from the Township General Fund.
The Oxford Village Council is busy preparing for winter cleaning plans. Last week, the council looked at a new snow and ice removal ordinance. The plan would impose stiffer penalties for violations, including fines ranging from $150 to $500 for each infraction. The current ordinance, adopted in 1977, imposes a fine of only $15 per violation. Officials hope higher fines will compel residents and commercial property owners to keep sidewalks clear of snow during the winter months.
Last week, Oxford Township was presented with its 2017 fiscal year report by the firm's auditor, Raina Emmons. According to the report, the township is in good shape with a combined township total of $9.2 million. This was as of December 31st, 2017. An approximate 19%, nearly $2 million unrestricted funds, meaning the money is available for spending at the government's discretion.
An Oxford-based company could be coming to Walmart near you. Last week, Oxford business Oxford Brands LLC said it would eventually have its goods appear on Walmart shelves. Oxford Brands sells as a line of body cleansing towels and wipes under the name Black Smoke. The products are manufactured in the USA.
Last week, the Township Board voted 6-0 to approve the purchase of a drone. The amount is not to exceed $15,000. The company is giving Oxford a $2,000 discount. Oxford firefighter Anthony Graybill gave a presentation on the advantages of having a commercial-grade drone with the benefits of the optical and thermal imaging camera on the drone.
A ballot to fund regional transit may be up for a vote in November. Addison Township officials made it clear, however, that if the measure for the system makes it to the ballot, they believe local communities should choose whether they would participate or not. It is felt that the transit system would not benefit the residents of Addison, so on Monday evening, the Township Board voted 7-0 to approve a resolution opposing a county-wide millage for the Regional Transit Authority of Southeast Michigan. Addison argues that the Regional Transit Authority benefits only select communities in Oakland County.
That's Oxford News for this week. If you would like to learn more about these stories and others, pick up a copy of the Oxford Leader newspaper, or you can catch us on our website, OCCTV.org. And Cody from Addison Township, are you watching? And of course, you can catch this on your regular cable channels, Spectrum 191 or AT&T Channel 99.
And coming up soon, OCTV's very own Cody Wright with the Sports Report, and you won't want to miss Auto Talk and Science in the News with Dave Kenny.
I'm Pauline Bennett. Thanks for watching Oxford News This Week. where we bring your news closer to home.
And I'm Elgin Nichols. Remember, always be kind to your friends and neighbors, and thanks for watching.
Abigail Adams here, just checking up on our springtime goat work on the Polly Ann Trail. What's that? Trash on our beautiful trail? Oh, that makes me so happy. We've got so many trash cans all over the trail. It's a beautiful day on the trail, but oh no, this could end badly. Wow, that sure was nice. Folks know not to hog the road. Even goats share. Hey, that gets my goat. Where are you going? Even I have to be out here on a leash. You sure are a nice dog, but stay away from those weeds. I'm gonna eat them later. What a beautiful gift, our Polly Ann Trail. I've got to hit the trail. I hope you will too.
Welcome to Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication New Scientist. In our first story, a cup of coffee after a meal might be enough to keep diabetes under control thanks to cells that have been re-engineered to release insulin when they detect caffeine. Diabetes develops when the body loses its ability to regulate glucose levels in the blood. Some people manage this by taking frequent pinprick samples to measure their blood sugar levels and using this information to adjust the supply of insulin with a pump worn against the skin. Meal times are especially taxing event as the amount of sugar consumed must be estimated and the appropriate dose of insulin scheduled. To get around this, Martin Fussenegger, a biologist at ETH Zurich, Switzerland, and his colleagues have developed an alternative that's powered by coffee. The team took human kidney cells and engineered them to produce insulin. They also added a receptor that would trigger the release of this insulin when caffeine was present. They then implanted these cells in 10 diabetic mice and gave them coffee with their meals. Tests revealed this was enough to enable the mice to control their blood sugar levels as well as non-diabetic mice. The risk of accidentally triggering a dose of insulin appears to be small. To my knowledge, there are no other significant sources of caffeine in food, says Fussenegger. Even very small traces of amounts of caffeine will not trigger the system. And on the presidential level, Donald Trump has announced that he has directed the Pentagon to create a new branch of the U.S. military called the Space Force. This announcement came during a June 18th meeting with the U.S. Space Council in which President Trump signed his third space policy directive. It lays out instructions to better track traffic in space, including which agencies will monitor spacecraft and satellites in orbit and to minimize new space debris. Trump said during the meeting that the Space Force would be a separate but equal branch of the military. This would be the first new U.S. military branch since the Air Force began in 1947. Congress considered and rejected a similar proposal last year for a standalone Space Corps to deal with threats in orbit, but Trump rekindled the idea in a March speech when he described it as like the Army or the Navy, but for space because we're spending a lot of money on space. The Air Force Space Command, started in 1982, is currently in charge of operating and protecting military satellites. It's not yet clear if this new Space Force will simply transfer the existing Space Command duties to a new group or whether it will take on additional responsibilities. In our next story, donuts are particularly difficult to resist, and now we know why. A study of how our brains respond to food has found that treats that are high in both carbs and fats trigger a supercharged amount of activity in our brain's reward center. Dana Small of Yale University and colleagues scanned the brain activity of hungry volunteers as they were shown images of food that were either high in carbohydrate, such as candy, high in fat, such as cheese, or high in both, such as donuts. After the scans, the volunteers were asked to bid money in a competitive auction for the food they wanted to have for a snack. Compared to food containing just carbs or fat, the team found that foods both high in both of these together provoked far more activity in the brain's striatum, a region involved in reward that releases the feel-good chemical dopamine. The volunteers were also willing to pay for more for snacks that were high in both carbs and fat, despite all the food items having the same caloric value. Small thinks we may have separate systems in the brain to evaluate fatty or carb-heavy foods. If both get activated at the same time, this tricks the brain into producing a larger amount of dopamine and a bigger feeling of reward than there should be based on the food's energy content. This could be because when the human brain evolved, our hunter-gatherer ancestors ate a diet consisting mainly of plants and meat and never encountered food that is high in both carbs and fat. The brain is used to seeing just one signal at a time, she says. Modern food is tricking the system, says Small. The finding fits with studies on rodents which found that they can regulate their caloric intake when given food containing only fat or carbohydrate, but overeat and gain weight when given access to foods containing both. And I wondered where it all came from. Well, that's it for Science in the News. I'm Dave Kenny. Stay tuned to Oxford Community Television.
What's going on, Wildcat fans? Cody Wright back here once again for yet another sports report. We've had some great weather these last few weeks, and it's kept us busy at Seymour Lake Park. As you know, last week we covered some of the Parks and Rec softball leagues where a lot of young athletes spend their summers in honing their skills and getting used to hitting the ball. However, this week we covered some of the senior softball action. Once again, at Seymour Lake Park, we got some interviews and had a great time watching these guys tear it up. We took on the Rochester Reds here at home last Monday morning at 10 a.m. These guys from Rochester always give us a good game. It's a friendly and competitive rivalry, and it sounds like all the guys on both sides would agree. As for this match, we had a lot of errors early on in the game and struggled bringing in the runs at first. Rochester kept the lead at a distance for most of the game, but by the bottom of the ninth, we were within one run away from tying it up by the time Rochester managed to get the third and final out. The final score was 20-19, and although it was close, I think if we would have had things go our way a few times earlier, we would have won in the end. Baseball is a game of inches, and that's what makes it such a technical sport. Anyhow, we got an interview with a few new addition to our club, Wendell Thames, before the game started, so let's check that out.
We're here with the newest member of the team, Wendell Thames. Wendell, welcome to the team. I'll tell you what, you're going to like these guys. They're good ball players and a lot of fun.
Yeah, thanks. I've been playing about 4 or 5, 6 games with them, and I'm enjoying every bit of it, you know.
It was kind of cold this spring, wasn't it?
Oh, it's cold and muddy out here, but we got through it. We got through it. Now we got this 90-something degree weather.
Yeah, nothing in between.
Nothing in between, either hot or cold or rainy.
So what kind of hitter are you?
I'm a pretty good hitter. I mean, I play in the outfield, anywhere in the outfield, all the way from right field to left field.
Okay.
You know, and I'm pretty much.
We need good outfielders, yeah.
Yeah, well, I'm trying to be the best I can.
Are you?
Yeah.
Good, yeah, covering a lot of field.
I try to, you know, try to talk to them. I've been playing ball for ever since about 10 years old. So,
yeah,
you know,
I know.
Off and on.
Yeah. Baseball was king back then.
The fields are real good. I enjoy the fields, and you keep them up, so that's a good thing also. We don't need the injuries.
Okay, well, how about 24th Street Tavern? Do you go there?
Oh yeah,
good food. You got to do that,
good
right?
Food. Excellent food, excellent food. I had to find my way. I just moved through Lake Orion, so coming down through here, I found it, and so we had some good food there.
Well, that's okay. I understand Lake Orion. We'll talk a little slower then. I'm kidding. We got this rivalry, Oxford Lake Orion.
Do you? Okay.
Oh yeah, we don't like each other at all.
Oh, I understand that, see, but they love me.
There you go. Well, I'll tell you, we always need good fielders and always need good bats. So
well, it's good to be here, and you know, everybody brought me in. It was fun and talked with me and everything. So I was greeted well, good.
Yeah,
including you.
Good. All right. Well, welcome to Team Wendell.
Thank you so much.
All right, Wendell Thames.
Thames.
I got it right.
Yeah.
There you go.
Once the game was over, not many of our guys were in the mood to talk, but since Rochester was the victors, we managed to get a couple of interviews with them. Here's their manager and captain, Ed McD.
Okay, I'm here with the victors, Ed McD. I'll tell you, you guys came out swinging today.
Yeah, the bats were back today.
Wait 1 second there. There we go.
Okay, the bats were we had the bats today. There's a lot of times this year the bats just don't seem to click.
They were clicking. You guys are hitting line drives, doing good today. That outfielder out there that you brought, those infielders, you put them out, that really run havoc on us too. That was pretty good. Pretty good strategy there.
Yes, we did that several times last year.
Yeah.
You see them hitting the ball in the gap, and so you just try to fill the gap, and that's what we did this evening.
Yeah, very good. John, don't go away. I'm talking to you next. Yeah, you're not getting away. Well, yeah, last year you guys lost, but it was a close game like this too, wasn't it?
Well, on TV, no, we beat you guys 22-4.
Oh, 22-4.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. What about the TV game? That was
the TV game. No, I think that must have been the other game, the other Rochester team, the Shamrocks.
Okay. Yeah, I remember those guys.
Yeah,
so
they were Greens.
Yeah. Well, are you guys the Reds?
Yeah,
right?
we're the Reds.
Awesome. You guys were all Charlie Hustle today. Yeah. That was for sure. Congratulations.
Thank you.
Okay, and next time, go to Lake Orion.
A different division. Yeah, we would like to play in that division.
Good game today.
Okay.
You guys played really well. It's a great rivalry.
Okay.
We'll
Thank
see you,
you,
buddy.
Well, folks, that's all for this week's report. This is just the start of a long summer season, and there will be many more matches coming up. So don't forget to tune in every week. And if you want to watch some ball, Seymour Lake Park will be the spot this summer. To watch the whole match, you can find that on our YouTube page, which you can access through the website. Once again, that is OCCTV.org. Plenty of programs all right there for you to find, including our senior softball coverage. Once again, that is OCCTV.org. And that's going to do it for me this week. Folks, I want to thank you all for watching and remind you to tune in next time. Until then, I am Cody Wright. Go Wildcats.
Hi, I'm Rachel Baker, and welcome to OCTV's weekly calendar of events, where we feature community activities and family outings around Oxford, Leonard, and Lake Orion. If you or your organization would like us to get your message out to the public, please contact us for more information at our studio. Our number is 248-628-9658, or go to our website at OCCTV.org. Sign up now to be in the Lone Ranger Parade. The festival will be held in downtown Oxford from 10 a.m. to 10 p.m. on August 4th. Admission is free and all are welcome to join. Go to homeofthemask.com to fill out your application now. All applications and waivers are due on July 1st. Send them to 1399 Beamer Court in Oxford or email them to homeofthemask@gmail.com for more information. On a hot summer's day, there's nothing better than cooling off at a water park. So visit the Red Oaks Water Park in Madison Heights and enjoy rides like the Lazy River and the Giant Wave. Red Oaks offers fun for both adults and the kids. Water slides, playgrounds, and even a fitness walking program are just a few of the great activities they have to offer. You can even bring a picnic to eat under pavilion. Call them at 248-858-0198 for more information. They can be found at 1455 East 13 Mile Road in Madison Heights. Speaking of water, if you love Oxford's lakes and own a gasoline-powered boat, you should participate in Addison Township's 3rd annual Lakeville Boat Parade. This is a great opportunity to bring the community together and enjoy the warmth that summer brings. On Saturday, June 30th, bring your boat to Lakeville Lake at 12:45 p.m. The event begins at 1. Participants will be asked to assemble on the west side of the lake, just south of Echo Grove Camp. You're encouraged to decorate your boat, and there is no theme, so you can let your creativity truly run wild. Prizes will be awarded to the most original and most beautiful design. To be eligible for the competition, participants are required to pre-register by sending an email to lakevilleboatparade@gmail.com. In the email, you must provide your name, email address, home address, and cell phone number. Once you're registered, your boat will be assigned a number for judging purposes. However, registration is not required to join the parade, and plenty more are welcome to spectate on the docks. You also don't have to be in the pageantry to participate in the parade. In the event of rain, the celebration will be moved to July 1st at 1 p.m. If you love helping out as much as you love dogs, take some time to look into volunteering or making a donation to the Canine Stray Rescue League. Help them complete their wish list and care for their rescues. They're asking for collars and leashes, paper towels and newspapers, laundry detergent, bleach and Lysol wipes, Kong and Nylabone toys, and flea or tick shampoo. Your help is sincerely appreciated. They also accept cash donations to help pay for their medical treatments. If you're interested in volunteering or making a donation, please call Canine Stray Rescue League at the number below, or visit their website for more details. In more important news, summer meals are returning on June 18th for children. The Summer Food Service Program will provide free, nutritious meals to those who need and want them, regardless of income. Any child from an infant to 18 years of age are welcome. Free meals are also available for the mentally and physically disabled that are recognized by a state or local public educational agency up to 26 years old. Beginning on Monday, June 18th, breakfast will be served from 8 to 9:30 p.m. or a.m. and lunch from 11:15 to 12:30 p.m. All meals will be provided at Oxford Elementary School on 109 Pontiac Street every Monday through Friday until August 17th. There is no need for parents to register or apply for this program. You can come whenever you want. Oxford's Summer Meals program earned its recognition from the U.S. Department of Agriculture, and last year the district was named a Silver Level 2017 Turnip the Beat Award winner. This award recognizes outstanding summer food service program sponsors who go the extra mile to ensure they're offering high-quality meals. If you or anyone you know could benefit from this, don't hesitate to check it out. This is Oxford Community TV, and I'm your local host, Rachel Baker. Please join us again for your weekly calendar of events.
Welcome to this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and these stories are taken from the publication Automotive News. In our first story, General Motors is investing $175 million in a mid-Michigan plant to build two of Cadillac's next-generation sedans. GM, according to a spokeswoman, has already begun installing new tooling and equipment at the Lansing Grand River Assembly Plant, which now builds the Cadillac ATS Compact, CTS midsize cars, and the Chevrolet Camaro. The new Cadillac sedans, expected to be named the CT5 and CT4, will eventually replace the ATS, CTS, and XTS large cars in Cadillac's car lineup. GM plans to discontinue Cadillac ATS sedan output after the 2018 model year, and production of the CT5 is expected to begin in 2019, followed shortly after by CT4. The two cars are part of an extensive overhaul of the brand's lineup that will include a new vehicle on average every 6 months through 2021. The latest investment comes 2 years after GM invested $211 million supporting tooling and equipment and a 32,000 square foot addition to the body shop for future Cadillac sedans. GM has spent $464 million in manufacturing for Cadillac vehicles in the past 2 years. Other major investments have taken place to expand Cadillac Escalade capacity and build the first ever Cadillac XT4 and XT5 crossovers. The new crossovers are expected to boost Cadillac's U.S. sales, which fell 8% in 2017. Globally, Cadillac sales, led by China, increased 16% to 356,467 last year. And over in Chicago, in a bold bet that new technology can deliver a long-time City Hall goal, Chicago Mayor Rahm Emanuel's administration has selected tech magnate Elon Musk's Boring Company to build and operate a super express transit system between downtown and O'Hare International Airport. The Promise Project, a closed-loop pair of tunnels in Chicago's Central Loop to the airport that would whisk passengers to their flights in 12 minutes using autonomous pod-like vehicles or electric skates that would depart as frequently as every 30 seconds and carry up to 16 passengers and their luggage. Musk appeared in Chicago on Thursday afternoon for the formal announcement. At a news conference with Emanuel, Musk said the loop will ultimately transition to the Hyperloop system. That technology will be designed for longer distances, like, say, Chicago to New York. That's where you'd want to make use of the Hyperloop, Musk said, according to a Bloomberg report. If all goes as it should, Deputy Mayor Robert Rivkin said, construction could begin next year with actual service in operation around 2022. Dallas and Atlanta and New York will look at this and be sorry they didn't have it, said Emanuel in a separate interview. It's going to give the city a huge competitive leg up. And over at BMW will reintroduce the 8 Series Coupe, the first new 8 Series in 20 years, late this year with the 2019 M85i xDrive all-wheel drive variant. The all-new 8 Series was shown as a thinly veiled concept car, the BMW M8 Grand Sport, at the Geneva Auto Show in March. BMW showed the first BMW Concept 8 Series at Italy's Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este in 2017. The latest 8 Series features an oversized version of BMW's dual kidney grille with adjustable slats and large air intakes at the corners. The LED headlights are the slimmest in BMW's lineup. There are also optional carbon fiber reinforced plastic roof and an optional carbon package that includes air intake bars, exterior mirror caps, a rear spoiler, and a rear diffuser insert. It is powered by a new version of BMW's twin-power turbo 4.4-liter V8 engine that generates 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. BMW says the 0 to 60 time is 3.6 seconds with a top speed limited to only 155 miles an hour. A new aluminum alloy provides a stronger engine block, BMW said. The standard transmission is an 8-speed Steptronic Sport automatic with shift paddles on the steering wheel that will allow manual gear selection. And over at BMW will reintroduce the 8 Series Coupe, the first new 8 Series in 20 years, late this year with the 2019 M850i xDrive all-wheel drive variant. The all-new 8 Series was shown as a thinly veiled concept car, the BMW Concept M8 Grand Coupe, at the Geneva Auto Show in March. BMW showed the first BMW Concept 8 Series at Italy's Concorso d'Eleganza Villa d'Este in 2017. The latest 8 Series features an oversized version of BMW's dual kidney grille with adjustable slats and large air intakes at the corners. The LED headlights are the slimmest in BMW's lineup. There's also an optional carbon fiber reinforced plastic roof and an optional carbon package that includes air intake bars, exterior mirror caps, a rear spoiler, and a rear diffuser insert. It is powered by a new version of BMW's twin-power turbo 4.4-liter V8 engine that generates 523 horsepower and 553 pound-feet of torque. BMW says 0 to 60 miles per hour time is 3.6 seconds, with a top speed only limited to 155 miles an hour. A new aluminum alloy provides a stronger engine block, BMW said. The standard transmission is an 8-speed Steptronic Sport automatic with shift paddles on the steering wheel that allow manual gear selection. Integral Active Steering employs rear wheel steering in the opposite direction from the front wheels up to 2.5 degrees at low speeds, up to 45 miles per hour, or up to 55 miles an hour when Sport or Sport Plus driving modes are selected. At higher speeds, the rear wheels steer in the same direction as the front wheels. Head-up display is standard, which displays speed plus speed limits, route guidance, and turn instructions, as well as status indicators and any warnings from driver assistance systems. The display also shows telephone and entertainment information. BMW Night Vision, well, that's optional. Pricing will be released closer to the on-sale date, so save up your bucks. Well, that's all for this edition of Auto Talk. I'm Dave Kenny, and as always, may the wind be at your back as you cruise down Life's highways.